Hello, I'm Demara Stamler, and I'm a transformation coach and consultant. My company is Awakened Dreams Coaching and Consulting. I wanted to talk with you today and share a story with you that I found to be really impactful in my life, and I think it might be helpful in yours as well. So this is a story about a man named Gay Hendricks. And he, in this time period we're in right now, he is a world-renowned author and a relationship expert, he and his wife, Katie. This story is about him just as he had been a brand new professor at the university. And he met this young woman that he was pretty enamored with and hoping it would go farther, that this could be a relationship. And she had been invited to a housewarming party. Now, Gay is not, at least at that time, was not one who really liked large groups and, chit chat and things like that. He was more interested in meaningful conversations. So he wasn't excited about going to the housewarming party, but he was willing to do anything for this young woman because he was pretty enamored with her. So he said, sure, I'll go. So they go to the party. And within not very long of meeting and greeting and chit-chatting, he found his way to the library of this house that the housewarming party was at. And this was where he was much happier. He preferred the smaller conversations and books and things of that nature. So he was really enjoying just kind of looking at all the books that are on the library shelves. And in walks another gentleman, another man. And the man walked in and he said something to the effect of, you're not big on large groups either. And Gay said, no, not so much. And he said, yeah, me too. And then Gay said something to the effect of, I prefer really, deep, meaningful conversations. And so the man said to him, well, I'll tell you what, I just have been through something pretty meaningful myself that I wouldn't mind sharing with you. And Gay was very interested. He said, absolutely. So the man said, I just recently had a near-death experience. And Gay was taken aback and just was like, tell me about it. And so the man said, well, what I can tell you is I came away from that experience with a pretty powerful question. So let me ask you, see what you might come up with. These are the question that I came out of that with was, if today were your last day on earth, would you be able to say that your life is successful? And Gay had to think about that. And he looked at him after a few moments and just said, no, I wouldn't be able to say that if it were today. And the man asked him a second question. He said, why do you answer that way? What's the reason that you're saying no? And Gay said to him, because I have yet to have had a deeply loving relationship. And if until I do that, I'm not going to feel like I've had any success in my life. And the man said, well, let me ask you another question. Why does that matter? Gay thought about it for a moment and he said, because I can't imagine going through life without experiencing a deeply loving relationship. I can't imagine not having experienced that. That would be awful. Then the man asked him one more question. He said, why does that matter? And Gay said, because that's a huge part of life and being a human being and living is learning how to be loving and feel loved. I mean, love is like the ultimate experience. True and deep love is the ultimate for me. So ask yourself that question. If today were your last day on the earth, would you be able to say that your life was successful? Would you answer yes or no? And why would you choose that answer? And then why does that answer matter? And then why does how you answered, why it matters, why does that matter? Give yourself the opportunity to ask those questions. It's not a common question we ask ourselves. It's highly valuable and extremely informative for us to understand where we are in life, where we're going, what we would love to be experiencing in life. Lots of good information just from those simple questions. And down the road, you might answer differently. That's a great series of questions to ask. So I'll tell you the ending of the story for Gay Hendricks. After the party was over, Gay and this young lady went to the car to go back to the dorms or wherever they were living. They weren't living together, but where they were. And she said, did you have a good time? And he said, yeah, I had a really interesting conversation. And he proceeded to tell her about the conversation with this man, the man's story and his questions and how he answered them. And he looked at her and he said, Katie, would you be interested in doing an experiment with me in exploring having a loving, deeply loving, committed relationship? She said, yes, I would. And they've been married for over 50 years. So it's a powerful series of questions. I encourage you to really consider it. Consider this little exercise and see where it takes you. It can very well inform you about kind of vision and dream you want to create for the next chapter of your life. So good luck with that. Email me, comment in the comments below in the YouTube, or send me an email. However, I'd love to hear what you discovered. All right. That's it for today. I will see you again soon.